Welcome, everyone. This is the developer live stream for Garden and a Goat as we approach our March open beta on Steam. So we've been working quite a bit on the game over the course of the past couple months since Alpha 2 in the fall, early winter, and we've got a lot to show off. I'm really excited to unveil a bunch of new things. We've been putting out little news items here and there, but haven't really gotten a chance to show it all in action. And then as our open beta starts up in March on Steam, everyone will get a chance to jump in and try it out if you'd like to see it. And then we'll be continuing to polish the game and move forward through the early summer, heading towards Steam Next Fest around mid-year in June, and then likely moving to early access in let's say the beginning of the third quarter, probably early July. But let's get it kicked off. So I'm going to break this into a couple parts. We'll see how far we get. I wanted to show off some of the beginning of the game and how it all works and where the process starts and where you end up. And then we'll jump ahead a little bit, and then we can maybe even show some things that we may not even get to today in the stream, because there's a lot there. There's a lot to show. So let's start a new game. So as we kick it off, we're getting dropped into this garden. We're getting dropped out somewhere in the multiverse. And the place you start is in the Oak Forest. So the Oak Forest is the first garden. It's the main garden that you'll play for the beta. And the first person or the first entity you get to meet is Mother. Mother is the overseer AI who has sent you on this journey to go out into the multiverse, into these ecosystems in need, establish a beachhead. It's under a dome. She's dropped out this portal for you, and your job is to restore the ecosystem enough for the animals to come back. Because if you're not familiar, Garden and a Goat is an animal collecting game. So it's all about the animals. So everything is in service of getting more and more animals. But there's other little prizes and rewards and everything along the way. Mother is your guide. She'll be able to help you out, give you hints on what to do, give you little tips. Not a lot. In fact, we've really tried to spruce up Mother in her giving a few words, but more pictures, and then just being around later, and this will come post-beta, the opportunity to call her back and ask her questions, and for her to have a little bit of a codex or a wiki to be able to help you along. But a few little things she starts you out with is just a first couple steps. She tells you to go clean up the garden, pull some weeds, but also keep an eye out. There's something new we added to the game, which is the treasure capsules. Because as you pull weeds, and maybe I'll try to pull enough weeds so we can get one, you have a chance to randomly spawn these, and we'll show, because it's a brand new thing that we've added to the game. All right, thank you, Mother. Oh, sounds good. Let's get started. So here's the garden. So this is all mouse and keyboard, but it does work with controller. Everything is working great with controller for main game controls. Our controls on the menus are a little bit sticky right now. That's going to be something that we're going to be fixing up for open beta and beyond. But it will definitely be a controller game, a PC game, and we're going to be planning on optimizing it for Steam Deck as well. Oh, look at that. First chances. my RNG, my luck is pretty bad in video games, so I'm surprised that I got a treasure capsule right away. In fact, my luck is so bad. It's a 1 in 10 chance to start out. We may tune it up in the future, but it's a 1 in 10 chance to start out when you pull a weed to get a treasure capsule. But I'm so bad at RNG, I built in bad luck protection. So if you go 12 times without getting one, you're guaranteed to get one on the 12th time, because I couldn't stand it. All right, so you got to figure out how to pull the treasures out of the ground. But if you sort of like watch close and watch the little stem there, it's not very difficult. It's not that much of a puzzle. You just got to get it at the right angle and the right distance, and boom, it pops out, and you get some rewards. And look there, I got some new essence, which is new to the game. I got new data gems. Data gems is our currency. We've evolved that from previous releases. And I got, what did I get there? I got a couple treats too, right? Did I get, yeah, I got one basic meat treat we'll get to treats in a bit. All right, so let me get into it. Let me pull some more weeds and get through our little tutorial step here. Clean up some rubble. You get a nice stack of data gems for clearing out rubble, so it's a good thing to do. Look, the goat's popping in and out there. Ooh, look, and here's something new too. The goat is bringing me a little present. This is the chance of these is a little bit high right now as well, just to make it fun for the beta. But the goat from time to time will help you out, bring you little presents. And it brought me a special treat and a blueprint page for a new deco. Keep that in mind. We'll get to the decos and some of them that you can just place anytime you want for a data gem charge. Some of them that unlock after doing an achievement or a journey milestone step. And some of them that you need to collect pages, blueprint pages like that in order to unlock them. So that is that. How many did I get? Oh, I gotta get one more rubble and we'll be good. Let's do it. Get my last rubble here. And by doing that, my first milestone there, I actually unlocked a reward. And Mother's actually going to come here and tell me about it in just a second. Here she comes. And one of the rewards that I unlocked, in addition to maybe some data gems, is a new deco that I can place. All right, so what does this Mother say? She said, great, you got gems for doing that. Go check the Journey tab on the garden console. We'll look at that now. Data gems are used for planting and treats and decorations costs. Now we're going to need to start healing the ground. Mushrooms do that, and then start planting ground cover, and good things will start to happen after that. All right, so let's go do that. Let's check. Thank you, Mother. She's going to zip on out of there. New garden console screens are lit up for us. It tells you sort of like the status of how far you've gotten. It tells you where you can travel. The Alpine Forest will unlock during the beta. You can't do much in there, but it's sort of set up and it's in its finished state. We just haven't unlocked all the animals and plants for it yet, but you'll get to see some walking around in there if you complete this milestone. A list of the plants, which ones are unlocked and which ones aren't yet. So we've got ground cover and mushrooms so far. No animals are unlocked yet. They won't be visiting. As soon as they light up here, then they'll start to visit. And we'll get the bee starting to visit here really quickly. And then here's our journey milestones so far. So this is like a little bit of like leading you on, teaching you things about the game, and then giving you rewards. 1,500 data gems is a nice little chunk. It's intended to be a starter for you to be able to plant a bunch of plants and mushrooms and that kind of thing, and get you on your way. So I'm going to claim that reward. Thank you. And then now I've got a nice chunk of data gems and I can start planting my mushrooms. All right, so let's go into plants, mushroom, boop, and plant a few mushrooms. I like to overlap them. So this big mark on the ground that you're seeing is where the soil is going to expand and heal up. You need fertile soil to be able to plant anything, any of the other kinds of plants. So if you watch here, you can actually watch the soil creep out from the mushrooms. Pretty proud of that little technology we've got going on there. Plant a few mushrooms. Eventually we're going to want to fill up this thing because we want to heal all of the land, but we don't need to do it all to start. We'll do it in between. Now that I've got a couple mushrooms healing the ground, I can also plant ground cover because I can't plant the ground cover over here. See, it's red there. I can only plant it where there's fertile ground. And if I plant a few ground cover, Mother asked me to plant 5 of them. Something else good happens when you have 5. So each animal, if you look at them in the console, do you see the goat slipping out there? The goat doesn't like Mother to see him. The goat is a visitor from another multiverse world. It's a bit of a mystery, and he likes to hide when Mother comes along. All right, so she says, good job. You've attracted bees. So each animal has requirements for it to visit the garden, and then a separate set of requirements for it to become a resident. bees, as soon as you've planted 5 ground cover, they'll start to visit the garden. So we've got that first visit requirement done. Next, we're going to be working on making them resident. They're easy to make residents. Each successive animal is a little bit harder. So thank you, Mother. I'm going to go find a bee. If I hit Shift, now I'm showing the robot, what we call robot vision. And you can see that little icon out there in the distance for the bee. That helps me detect where all of the animals are. You can see there's a couple more bees over there on the other side of the garden. So we've got a few wild bees visiting. So let's go over to this bee over here. And all bees need, oh, I got another present already. I don't know, guys. Maybe we need to turn down the rate of present giving. Ooh, a blueprint page for the wheelbarrow. We're gonna have to go check that out in a second. All right, come here, bee. Let's go. And all we need to do for a bee to make it want to become a resident is just get its affection to 100%. If you pet a bee just a few times, just 4 times, that fills it up. Petting animals always increases their affection, but it's only a little bit. So soon we're going to get into treats, and they are much better at raising affection. There we go. We got our first resident. We got a bee resident. Oh, here's another bee. I'm going to get, oh, Mother's coming to talk to us because we just completed a milestone. What do you got for me? Now that you have plants and animals, it's time to start scanning. Scanning gets you data gems, currency, and scanning also gets you research progress. So scanning is both science and getting those data gems as currency out of the animals. That's what she's explaining, and we'll just do that in just a second. First, I'd like to get a couple more bees, though. So where did that other one go? Come here. Come here, bee. I could make some treats, but we'll wait until Mother explains that to us. You could do any of the journey milestones out of order. It's a little easier to do them in order for people new to the game because it kind of leads you along in a logical progression. There we go. Hello, bee. That's 2 bees. Now you see that little green line around the bee there? That's how much its data gems, thank you, goat. That's how much its data gems are filling up. You can't scan an animal or a plant until it fills up completely with data gems. That's its data, that's its research. You need to wait for it to fill up. So we're gonna let that fill up. We've got 2 resident bees so far, but I can scan this mushroom. Its little data gem icon on the right there next to the watering icon is filled up. So if I press E to scan it, I'll scan it, I'll get some more gems, and the research on the mushroom has now increased. And we're going to need that research at certain thresholds to do different things, unlock additional plants and animals, that kind of thing. So I'm going to scan all of these mushrooms while we're doing this because we're going to need to get it up to at least 50% for something that's coming up. And we're going to get a couple more bees. We're going to get 5 bees. I wouldn't normally, a new game, you don't normally need to get 5 bees. We're going to get 5 bees right away because there's something else special that we'll get to later. That will be fun to have the bees, have 5 bees for, at least 5 bees. All right, let's go. One more. You're good. I don't need you, buddy. You're not filled up yet. Here we go. Here we go. That's 3 bees, right? What you doing, goat? And how about that? That one's already a resident, right? No, that's another wild bee too. So this will be our 4th one, and then we'll get that other one right there, and that'll be our 5th one. Feel free in the chat room to ask any questions. I see a lot of usual suspects in there, so I think it's a lot of people who know the basics so far, but we'll see some new stuff pretty soon, I think. But I'll try to answer any questions as we go along too. So the little pink house on the right shows you the requirements, how close you are to making it a resident. On a bee, it just is the same as the affection, so it's not very interesting. On a more complicated animal, a more advanced animal, you're gonna need to follow that, and you might need to check more in detail. So like if I go over to this bee and hit the Q button for check details, I'll get a little bit more information, and I could even nickname the bee. Barry. Hello, Barry. No research progress yet on the bees. It is a resident, and there's a hint here for a possible variant. We'll get back to that in the future as well. So variants are sort of like more advanced game. Okay, what do we need? We need bee research and mushroom research to finish off the science milestone. While we're waiting for the mushrooms to recharge and the bees to charge up their data bits, I'm going to start planting some more mushrooms. We'll get a little bit more going on here. Boop. Boop. You can plant anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be like this, but I like to go in a circle around. I like to do it in layers. My garden is like an onion. It's got layers. Barry is the name of a bear in your test garden? So is it Saturn, Tyler, our 3D modeler, artist, animator, and texture expert is chatting in the chat room. Barry is the name of a famous bee, so that's why Barry B. Benson, of course. We do have a couple memes and pop culture references built into a couple different places in the game, and there is a bee movie reference in the journey milestones. All right, where did I get? Okay, my mushroom research is done. It's only up to halfway, but I only needed to get to 100. And how are we doing on the bees? Ooh, I can scan the bees. That's another helpful reason to have more animals when you're trying to do the research to start. You can always get rid of animals if you don't need them anymore. Resident animals, if you ask them to leave, they'll just scoot away out of the garden. And there's sometimes you need and want to do that. Or wild animals. Resident animals, they'll open up the big portal in the middle and they'll leave the garden to go live elsewhere in the multiverse, which is great. It is a good thing. It's a good thing that's happening. It's not bad. It's happy for them and it's happy for you because now you're spreading this restored ecosystem elsewhere in the multiverse into other ecosystems that might need it. We got to wait a little bit more on a couple more bees. So let's plant some more grass. Get some more grass. Is a little bit smaller radius than the mushrooms. And I just unlocked lilies because I planted enough grass. So that's another thing we can start to plant. Scan a mushroom. And let's go ahead and plant a couple lilies to get those started as well. Lilies. So all of the basic plants and animals in our biomes are real plants and animals from similar biomes on Earth. let's put it that way. They're a collection to some degree. So if you look at the alpine forest, the animals that we have in the alpine forest and the plants are native not to a single area, not like just the European Alps, but a little bit of the alpine areas of the Rockies and a little bit of the alpine area of the Alps. But in general, an alpine biome, they're all native to that biome. The magic variants that we've got, mysterious variants are not native to Earth biomes, you'll see. Let's finish up our bees. We should just need one more. And we'll finish this milestone. Sweet. Finished another milestone. And Mother's going to come chat with us and tell us, good job, you did it. Look at all that research. Time to put it to use. Treats raise affection more than petting. Some animals want specific treats, and every animal has a favorite. They'll get a little affection from any treat, but they all have favorites, which they get more affection from. And then some animals need specific treats to become residents. The treats and crops console is where you make them. Basic treats can be made with gems. So we're going to make some basic treats. All right, good deal. We're going to make basic herb treats. We need to make 2 of them and then use one to get a squirrel. So here we go. We'll go over to the treat console. These are all the treats we can make. Some of these treats, like this really expensive, magical luxury treat, we can't make yet. It takes a lot of ingredients, and it's going to take us a lot of work to get all those ingredients because some of them come from special magical places. But basic herb treats, just a couple data gems. We're going to make 3 of these. We're also going to go over to the garden console and pick up a couple more of our rewards because I know there's a bunch more stacks of data gems, which I want. For getting the bee, we actually got blueberry treats. These are going to be important later. And, ooh, yeah, science. That's a nice big stack of data gems. That's going to be useful. I was worried I was running out of data gems. We give you a little bit of boost with these early milestones. So what do we got next? We got second breakfast. That's going to give us some more treats. And then Berry Nice comes after that, which is planting the crops. Cool. Let's finish second breakfast. How much time is left on our treats? 1 minute and 12 seconds. While that's cooking, we're going to plant some more grass. Keep it going. Sweet. And then we're going to look around because, oh, we have squirrels. Oh, there's a squirrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to pet the squirrel and start working on its affection, but it has one more requirement besides just getting its affection to the cat. So if I pet it, it'll say, oh, thank you. I like you. That's nice. And it gets a little bit of affection in its heart. But if I hit Q, it'll say, to make it a resident, you need to fill up its affection. You need to have a bee as a resident right now, and you need to feed it a treat. So we're going to go get the treats that are cooking. Let me name the squirrel too. So here's a pro tip. I'm going to pet it again. I like to pet it so then they stand still. If I hit Q and I name it, so let's see, we're going to name this squirrel Rebecca. We're going to name it Becky. Now, if you name a wild animal, it will never leave the garden. It'll never wander away. You could still ask it to leave, but now it'll never wander away. Because other wild animals, they pop in and out. Like you can see a squirrel over the other side of the garden way over there leaving. And it says, hey, it visited for a while, it's going away. If you name an animal, then you know it's not going to leave, for one. For two, you get to tag that animal as a place you can go back to if you're working on making it a resident, which we are for Becky. All right, I heard the treats ding. They are done. Let's go pick them up. Bloop. We got our little treats there. What do we got now? How many treats? We got 3 herb treats, 1 meat treat, and 3 blue fruit snacks. Where did Becky go? Becky. Becky. Come over here, Becky. Come here, Becky. Let's get rid of this. There's weeds in the way. Come here, Becky. Ooh, treasure popped up. All right, Becky, look what I have for you. Oh, and now Becky's ready to become a resident. Boom. And now I just completed another achievement, another journey milestone. Becky, Becky, look at that butt. Cool. Mother is very happy with us again. Now, this is the way we've arranged sort of this intro tutorial. Mother's pretty much done with that now. She'll come back from time to time and tell you about the other things, but your intro tutorial is now done. Your job now is to explore, get more animals. So your job is just more animals. You can look at the milestones for tips along the way, but this is the game. So Mother at the top here says she's going to stop putting up milestones automatically. You can still go to the console and track milestones, but she says, I'm turning you loose, fly, be free. So I'll go to the garden console. She reminds me about using nicknames and that kind of thing, but she's good. She says you're good for now. Go to town. So that's what we're gonna do. We've got squirrels, we got bees. We'll look at what's next, what kind of next animal we might want to get, and start working on that. But let me see what's in this treasure. There's 2 classes of treasure. This is a green one. So this is a common treasure. That's 2 solar essences and 2 more. I think that was a herb treat. This is garbage. Get this out of the way. Let's see what the next animal we want to get is. Animals. Ooh. Now something new popped into our animal list here. What is this? So anytime you unlock an animal, if there are variants that that animal leads to, they will now show up. They were hidden before, but they will now show up with maybe a little bit of a hint. Variants don't explain in detail how to get them. There will be hints, and in the future, those hints will be a little more elusive than just showing up on this page automatically. But you'll need to go and check it out, puzzle out the hint a little bit, and figure out how to get that variant to transform from an existing animal. The bee transforms into a blue bee, and then the blue bee has the opportunity to transform into something else, and we'll get to that later. We'll make a blue bee here in a second. But what was that? Oh, what was after the squirrel? Oh, there's the solar squirrel. That's another variant. Box turtle. So if we get a resident squirrel and we plant some holly, we will get a box turtle. Holly is not unlocked yet. We need to research lilies to 50% and bees to 50% to unlock the holly. That's why I planted some lilies, which we will now scan. I think I'm going to need to plant a couple more lilies. Because this will not be enough. All right, we can just let them recharge. I'm going to plant a couple more anyway, because they're pretty. Look at that. Look at that lily. It's a nice plant. Watering. If you water a plant, it collects ecobits. It recharges ecobits twice as fast. So that's a good reason to be running around watering all your plants. This is also not a bad time to introduce the drone. So we don't explain the drone too much in the tutorial yet. There will be a tutorial step and a journey milestone in the future that's going to explain the drone in more detail. We'll give you some hints for the beta in sort of the patch notes, because the drone is got its first couple abilities done, but there's more coming on the drone, so we didn't get into it in too much detail. The first 3 abilities on the drone that work and are fun to use are weed. It'll just follow along behind you and be pulling weeds as you go. Scan. It'll follow along behind you and scan everything that it sees. Or water. So I'm going to launch it here and just let little drone, and you can even name the drone if you want, but we won't name him right now. Let it follow along, and while I'm going off doing stuff, like taking care of scanning this mushroom, the drone's just going to wander around, and when it finds things that it thinks it wants to water, and it'll just go and water stuff automatically. Which is great. You know, another pro tip that I will start doing is I like to get rid of the mushrooms after I use them. Not all of them, but they've kind of like served their purpose, and I don't need 50 mushrooms distracting the drone, for example. So I get rid of some of my mushrooms as I go. Keeps the garden a little bit tidy. And scanning mushrooms barely gets you any ecobits. Gets you a little bit, but not a lot. And there we go. I think this might get us to almost there. Go ahead. You're gonna, okay. Boy, that's a busy little drone. Now the drone has a battery charge. It will not stay out full time. You can see it's sort of like down to 60% or so about now. It lasts about 3 minutes on a charge. Later on, we're going to give you the ability to upgrade the drone and upgrade its abilities to either maybe like water more plants at once or stay out a little bit longer. So we'll we'll be unlocking those, and there'll be a whole new tab for how to level up those abilities. Hey, Lego Pirate. No, there are no drops yet because we're not even in open beta yet. That's coming in March. I would love to have. We'll have to figure it out. You know, we're just a tiny studio, a few people working on the game. I want to have drops though, so that probably won't come until we get to early access and actually get the game out there. But I would love to have drops on the stream. So, all right. So what did I do? I got the lilies. Oh, I didn't get it up to 50% yet. Here we go. Oh, and I've unlocked Holly. And you know what? I'm going to send the drone home to recharge because while it watering plants is nice, I usually like to have my drone following me around scanning because scanning is getting currency, right? So then I'm getting money from the drone while I go and do other work. All right, let's start planting holly because holly is going to get us the turtle to visit. Let's get holly. Now the box turtle is visiting. We'll plant 4 holly. How about? Got one over here. And one over here. And I'm going to do another round of another fairy ring of mushrooms. Expand out our soil a little bit more as we go. Because now that we've got that holly going, we need the holly to recharge because I'm sure we're going to have to research holly. If you see a turtle, let me know. Oh, I see one. I forgot what the requirements are to make a turtle a resident. So let's go check that. Hello, turtle. Get out of the way, bee. Let's see. Hello, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Think Emmy, who's in the chat room there, is one of the lead developers on the team. She's been doing a lot of work on the petting. So if you notice, as we go through and be petting different animals tonight, there's now different animations for different animals. Bigger animals, you're gonna like pet it on its side. Little animals, you're gonna give it a little scratch, and the moth, you gives a little flying, so you scratch his belly a little bit. All right, I gotta fill its affection. I gotta research squirrels, and I gotta feed it 2 treats. Ugh, I need more squirrels. All right, come here, come here. I should have been working on the squirrels. Get sort of oh, I accidentally fed that to the bee. All right, I'm not gonna waste another treat. We're almost filled up. Maybe 2 more pets. Oh, there we go. All right, there's another squirrel. I've got a squirrel over there. Yeah, there's Becky. Becky, I can scan Becky. Hey, Stask. Stask says, I like turtles. Becky. Let's water the holly while we're here, because we're going to need to research that. And let's get one more squirrel. There we go. Come here. See, just a little bit of affection. Oops. A little bit of affection for the squirrel. A bunch more affection if you give it a treat. So. As you can see in the chat room, Emmy has plans to go big on the petting of the animals. There's another turtle. Hey, buddy. Oh, that's the same turtle. Let's name it so we know we're messing with them. What are we going to name the turtle? We're going to name it William. Okay, we're working on William. We've got to research squirrels more, though. Becky is charging up. How many squirrels do we have? I could wander around and count, or I could look at the garden console and say, how many squirrels do we have? We have 3 squirrels currently in the garden. Thank you. There's Becky. There's one over here. There's Barry the bee over there. And there's a squirrel. Okay, we gotta wait for the squirrels to fill up. Let's see how our holly is doing. Might as well start scanning that. Oh, another present from the goat. What do you got for me? A blueprint page for a gnome deco, a lunar treat, and data gems. While those are charging, I'm going to do some more grass. Let's do grass. Boop. Scan the holly. I could name it Shelly. What was the sea turtle named in Finding Nemo? That was a good turtle. A little more grass. Keep the water up on the holly. Crush. It was named Crush. And how's our squirrels doing? Oh, Becky's ready. Come here, Becky. I like that scan effect. I'm pretty proud of that. And this one, squirrel number 2, creatively named. Oh, go ahead. Headbutt me. I knew it was coming. You added facial expressions to the robot. So it goes, ooh, when it gets headbutt by the goat. And squirrel number 3. Where's squirrel number 3? Now. Oh, it's not filled up yet. There it is. Okay. Let's keep the holly cooking. Let's bring the drone back out too. I'm sure it's charged up now and it can start scanning stuff and getting us ecobits. All right, sorry, data gems. We used to call them something else. Data gems is the word. Gems. It's going to get us gems. I thought gems made more sense. It was more recognizable of a term. Okay. How are we doing on squirrel research? We got to get squirrels to 50%, right? We're going to need 1 or 2 more. Oh, that was research complete on the mushroom. Might make 2 scan bars so you know which one's the drone and which one's you. The drone is scanning as we go as well. All right, let's do a couple more mushrooms while we wait for those squirrels to finish collecting more research. We're studying the squirrels. That's a wild squirrel. Wild thing. That would be a good journey milestone. Something wild things are, where the wild things are. Sometimes I just keep going in rings, ever expanding rings. Sometimes I like to make paths to the barriers, because we're going to be unlocking the barriers and getting to the lower garden pretty soon as well. All right. How are we doing on squirrels? Becky's probably going to be done soon, right? Yep. Becky's filling up. And what do we got to do to unlock the oak tree? I think we need to get cardinals. Plants. Oak tree. Holly to 50% and cardinals to 50%. All right, what do we got to do to get cardinals unlocked? Squirrel, blueberries, and a fountain. Oh, I bet we can do that now. So crops are something we haven't talked about yet. Crops you can plant. Let's see, where's the... Oh, did you hear the low power sound? Look at the drone. A little droopy, a little sad, because his power is getting low. Makes a little low power sound. But he'll still go do his job until the power runs out completely. Oh, we unlocked the squirrels to 50%. I'm going to make a little blueberry and raspberry patch over here. Let's see. So I like to do it. I like to put raspberries on one side and blueberries on the other. Let's see. Let's get rid of this, clear that out of the way. Plant a mushroom because we have to have a fertile ground to plant our crops. So let's get that going. Let's plant a couple blueberries over here, which is a crop. So crops are not native plants to the biome. So what we plan on doing is having crops available that you can have in a collection and plant wherever you need them so that you can harvest them over time. Because crops give you ingredients, and ingredients are used to make special things like special treats. All right, so let's plant 2 blueberry bushes over here. Let's go over to this other side. Clear this out a little bit. Get this junk out of the way. You know, one thing I thought of that we need to put in the patch notes is that as it currently stands in the game, there are no limits. And by that I mean we don't yet have limits built in for how many plants you can plant or how many animals you can have in the garden or how many decos you can place. And we are currently in our own experimentation pushing those limits. We haven't done enough work to find the limits even yet. I wonder if someone in beta will find the limits and break their game as a result. We will put a patch note together to let people know that if you do, you will get a high five in our Discord, gardenintogoat.com/Discord. But you may lock your game up as well. All right, let's do a couple raspberry plants. Sweet. And I'm going to water them so they grow quicker. Nice. Every time the goat comes back into the garden, it's got a little bit of a chance to, that's when it has the chance to bring you a present. So I always watch when I hear this little portal open. Let's water these ones too. Because we need to both plant blueberries and harvest the blueberry plants. So now they're growing. And if you actually just stand there and wait, you can watch them grow. Oh, look, it's growing. And then it'll get, when it gets to an adult, it'll have little green berries on it. Makes a little animated poof of leaves when it grows up. So how are we doing on William? What did we need to do here? Research squirrels, feed it any 2 treats and fill its affection. I think we can make William a resident. What do you want, goat? You trying to headbutt me? Fine. Good job. You did it. Hey, come back here, William. I'm going to make you a resident. Let's see. What do I got to feed you? You want... Oh, I'm short on treats. Don't eat the treat, goat. It is not a fan of herb treats, but it'll take it. But if I give it... Oh, apparently I need 2 of the treats that it likes. I wonder if it'll take... Let's go make a meat treat. Let's go make a couple meat treats for it. Let's make... I need... Oh, the drone is charged. Come back out. Get me more gems, drone. Bring me gems. I'm gonna get rid of some of these mushrooms again, as I said. You know what I should do is I should get some more wild bees. Because here's another little pro tip. Sending a resident animal elsewhere in the multiverse gets you a nicer, bigger chunk of data gems. So data gems from scanning little plants gets you a little bit, scanning bigger plants gets you a bigger amount, making an animal a resident and sending it off to live elsewhere in the multiverse gets you a lot of comparatively. So I think bees are still relatively, I can check on the console. The console will tell you what their value is. I think they're still, because it's only the first animal, I think it's only like 200. But I'm going to right away say, go ahead, now you're a resident. And right away I'm going to say, good job. However, I think you should go fly, be free elsewhere in the multiverse. So it's not going to fly, and we'll sort of watch it fly there. It's going to go fly over to the portal, and I'm at 1,511. I think we get 200 data gems for a bee as it leaves. Yep. Sweet. Or rich. Rich, I tell you. Did we get any other... rewards as well? Oh, we got more treats here. Is that a meat treat? I think that's what we need for William. Yes. And, oh, and there's our other meat treats. Sweet. Let's get those. And let's make a couple more herb treats while we're waiting as well. And find William. Where did William go? Barry, Becky, William. There's William. Come here, William. I got something for you. Oh, he is ready. I just didn't fill up his affection all the way. And now we have a pet turtle living in the garden, which made a raccoon visit because we have a turtle in the garden. Hey, buddy. Oh, look at that. Let's pet him again. What do raccoons need? I got to research turtles, and then I got to feed it meat treats. Okay, well, I just made a bunch of meat treats, so good deal. Let's get another couple turtle residents. We got any more wild turtles around? There's a squirrel over there. There's another squirrel. There's a bee. Raccoon. You only have about 5 wild animals at a time. They come in and out. So another pro tip, if you're trying to get a particular wild animal, is to go to the wild animals you're not interested in this at the moment and tell them, you know, hey, you know, leave for now, you know, come back later. And they will go run off, run away, and make room. Another squirrel, so these 2 squirrels are going to leave. Another squirrel might come visit, but no, see, we got a turtle. That's what I was looking for. Come here, buddy. We're going to feed you treats because you need them. I think you like meat treats. Oh, what do you... Oh, you probably like raspberry treats, don't you? Well, we're gonna pet you the rest of the way because I don't have raspberry treats at the moment, and I don't want you to eat all my treats. You want to find out what its favorite treat is and feed it that. There we go. Now we got another turtle resident. Ooh, and there's a 3rd turtle. Let's do 3 turtles because we're going to have to research the turtles to 50% to get the raccoon. So let's do this one also. Did you see that turtle? Did you see William running? Turtles can move a little bit quick when they want to. I know what you came here for. Goat. You came here to headbutt me. we added special checks. So if you're in the middle of doing something, it's less likely for the goat to headbutt you. Did I feed it 2 treats yet? We'll find out. I don't think I did I? No, I don't think so. I'm running out of treats again. There we go. We got our 3rd treat. Where are we at? We're at 1700. Our drone got tired and went home. Let's nuke some more of these mushrooms just to clear them out so the drone doesn't waste time scanning them. Scan more animals. If you remove a plant that has data gems on it, it's filled up with data gems, you get credit for those data gems. So you don't have to worry about that. You know what else we could do? Weeds and rubble especially. Weeds give you a nice, I think it's just like 50, but rubble gives you quite a bit of data gems. They're just a one-time. As soon as you, they don't, rubble doesn't come back. Weeds do. Weeds always grow back. Rubble does not. Oh, thank you, goat. I needed a present. I need more data gems. What'd you get me? 177 data gems, 2 solar snacks, and a blueprint page for a red gnome. Let's go check out our decos. Because we do need to place a deco. Oh, good. Let's make a couple raspberry treats. Oh, we didn't pick, we don't have raspberries. I gotta go pick the raspberries. All right, so here's our decos. You get some decos that you just get unlocked, basic decos. Like rough stepping stone. I love these little Toro lanterns. The wood bundle we unlocked because we completed a journey milestone. The fountain is available. We're going to need the fountain, so we're going to place that in just a second. And then these ones, see, remember where we're getting those blueprint pages for the red gnome? We got 2 blueprint pages so far. As soon as we get the 3rd blueprint page, we're unlocked and we're good to go. Some of these other decos, like this one, as soon as we finish squirrel research and get it to 100%, so not just 50%, but 100%, we'll unlock the solar light, which is a really cool deco too. So we'll do some more squirrels along the way. I bet we're pretty close on squirrels. And let's also dress our robot up. We've got a whole bunch of different colors. These all are the base unlocks. These fancy outfits, these are going to take work in the future. For open beta, we gave you 2 fancy outfits. The bunny outfit, which is this one, and the tree outfit, or internally we call it the Groot outfit. It's not really totally Groot-ish, but a little bit. I like those. I like the regular face. I like to mix and match, though. I like the green helmet, like the brown body, and I like the leaf backpack. So I like that. Oh, those textures are still loading in. So there we go. That's what I like. Sometimes I like just like the regular green body also, because in the shadows, the brown body is a little bit hard to see, but look at that. So now we've got a little outfit on. We've got some decos. You know, let's place our fountain, because I think that will make a cardinal come and say hi, right? Let's clear these out. So we got in a little place here. We'll make a nice little spot. Oh, hey, Becky. Ooh, and William. Look at that. They're stacking up the data gems now. That's what I needed. Let's place a fountain. Nice. Ooh, good. Nice. And now the cardinals will come and visit. Let's finish scanning our turtles. We got to get turtles to 50% for the raccoon, correct? let's bring the drone back out to scan while we go. Oh, missed them. Let's clean up more mushrooms. Yeah, you're not going to get anything out of that one. I already made it go away. Yes. There you go. Scan some squirrels. What do we got over here? Ooh, yes. Yeah, do the holly. There you go. Come here. Come here, squirrel. Okay, I think we're up to 70% on the squirrel, so maybe 3 more squirrel scans and we will be good there. Ooh, there's one. That one's full. %. Another turtle. We don't need a turtle right now. But we do need to scan the turtles. And there's a cardinal. There we go. We'll go pick our crops here in just a second too. But let's tag this cardinal and give it a name. So we can make sure it sticks around. We'll name this Jennifer. Affection. Squirrels to 50%, have a fountain and feed it 3 treats. We can make this we can make it a resident right away. Herb treat. 3, it said. Herb treat. Well, that's going to be all my herb treats, but... Oh, you know what it wants? I should have given it a blueberry treat. I need my blueberry treats, though. And now we have a cardinal. Let's harvest our blueberry crops. Almost. Getting close. You see those little raspberries there? They're almost ripe. I bet our blueberries are ripe. Oh, did you see that? Right as we came up, they ripened. Got 5 blueberries off of that one. And 5 blueberries off of that one. And we just unlocked the picnic basket and we completed another journey milestone. We are cooking along. All right. So what did we get off of that? We got, ooh, honey. Let's place some honey and let's start making some honey treats too. 3 raspberry treats. And what's next up? Let's track this one. Oh, and now we are good. Okay, so we limit you to the sort of like the center area of the garden to start. It keeps things a little bit sort of consolidated a bit more, sort of locks you in a little bit. But now that we did the last 2 requirements to open the barriers, which was planting holly and having a resident cardinal, if you look at the barriers out of the edge of the garden, they're all lit up green now. And what that means is you can now open those barriers, break down those barriers, which we couldn't before, and get out to the outer edge of the garden. And now, once you do that, the animals will start spawning out in the outer edge instead of in the middle, like they have been. So you go a little bit further to find those animals. But you have a lot more space and a bunch more area to sort of like go check out, explore. There's not a lot out there yet, but we're probably going to like hide some treasures out there, do that kind of thing. And now you get another brand new thing that we didn't have in the alpha. We haven't shown really before. So unveiling, when you want to remove a barrier, boom, the Untangle the Barrier minigame. So how this works is it's relatively simple. Just a little thing for you to do to untangle all the tangled, gnarly vines of the barriers. You need to find which line is connected and make sure you pull on a branch that isn't hooked on anything else. So this one, you can see it's hooked on this one underneath it. So if I'm trying to push it now, it won't do anything. This one's not hooked on anything though, so I can pull that one out. This one I can't also because it's hooked on this one underneath, but this one, boom, I can pull that one out. Now this one's underneath, it's not hooked on anything, so it will pull out. And now I can do the last one. And we're done. And a little bit of a lingering green effect there. I've got to clean up, but we have now completed the milestone and we've unlocked the lower garden. And now we can wander around down here. Yay, we did it. I'm pretty happy about that. And Mother is happy with us too. Huge success. She's making a note here. We found our way into the lower oak forest. As a special bonus, she's unlocked the Alpine Forest on the garden console so we can have a peek. This is for beta. It'll be a little bit harder to unlock the Alpine Forest in the future. Also, getting all the residents into the garden is just the beginning. Variants, we'll play with variants here in just a second, and discover their hidden requirements. So good job us. We got to the lower oak forest. We got to any of these barriers now can be opened up. We can go around to each of them. There's a slightly different variation on the puzzle each time you do one. And we can go find variants now, get the rest of the animals, and visit the Alpine Forest. So I think we'll do those three things, a little bit more of each of those before we wrap up for today. All right, I'm gonna break down this barrier though. I like this puzzle. This is actually based on an iOS game called Hooks, which is a much more complicated version of this. So if you like this kind of mini game, I recommend you go check that out. But I really like that puzzle. So there we go. We are cooking along. What do we got to do to get some oak trees in here, though? That really pretties up the place. Let's see. Plants, oak tree. We need cardinals researched. We need more cardinals. Jennifer, come here. Oh, I see a fox running around over there, too. Yes, Will in the chat room is one of our designer, game design, test lead, and social media manager. He worked on putting those puzzles together with the Ellis, our other developer, who did the development on the puzzle game. Oh, I see a cardinal down there. Let's go get that cardinal. We're gonna have to get through here. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. And let's do this. Spoiler! I'm solving all the puzzles. You have to remember how to do it, though. I got the... And we can go get our reward also. Yeah, that is a wild cardinal. Oh, do we have enough treats? Do we gotta feed it like 3 treats? Oh, I might have to feed it fancy treats. All right. What do you want? Oh, yeah. What do you got for me? You got treats? Ooh, a lunar treat. That's a little bit. Oh, and we got our last blueprint page for the red gnome, which unlocked the red gnome as a decoration. So now we could just go right into our decos right now and find our red gnome and place it if we wanted. Should we do that? And rotate it around. Boom. There's a red gnome. All right. This cardinal wants 3 treats, right? Yeah, 3 treats. Let's do... what do we got? I know it really likes blue fruits next, but I want to save those for some... Well, we've got some blueberries, though. I'll give it a blue one. And you know what? I'd also like to save some of the other ones, but I'm going to give it a special one. Just because I need to give it 3 of something. It won't like it, but I'll give it the meat treat. See the question marks? It's like, what? It still counts, though, because it only needs 3 of any kind. And then we're going to give it a solar treat. And now we've got another cardinal. I'll leave that gnome deco just sitting out there. Okay. Let's scan the turtle while we're here. Work, work, work. Got a lot of work to do. Okay, chat room. What do you think? What do you want to see? Do you want to see a variant next, or do you want to visit the Alpine Forest? I will let the chat room vote. And since we are not showing the chat room on the stream, if there aren't enough votes, or I feel like calling an audible, maybe I will pick. Let's see. How are we doing on squirrels? Are the squirrels done? Almost. And now we unlocked the solar light. All right, let's do it. Let's place one of those. So this is one of our brand new decos. Stask, you want the variants? So this deco is part of one of the puzzles. You know, it's minor spoiler for getting one of our new variants. This deco, which I will show you here, is the solar light. So I'm going to place one here by the fountain. We're going to make a little display over here by the fountain. You know what? Let's get another mushroom going. So we clean up this area. Keep filling it in. Now that solar light, it fills up over time with solar essence. And when it fills up to the top with solar essence, you can get the solar essence out. So right now it's empty. You can sort of see it in there. Ooh, just filled up with a little bit of solar essence. There's a solar light and a lunar light. You know what else we need? Which maybe we'll put it over here. Let's get this garbage out of the way. So we need a honey jar. We could probably do the squirrel variant, couldn't we? I forgot how many treats it needs, and I just fed a solar treat to the cardinal. But we've got the solar light. Get those out of the way. Let's place a honey jar here. We're going to need that also. Rotate it around a little bit. That fills up with honey over time, and then you can harvest the honey as an ingredient. 4, you think, Ellie? How many anybody got? Traits. Exotic. 3. Dope. You know what we can get, though? Where's Barry? Come here, Barry. That's why I saved the 3 blueberry treats. The easiest variant to get. Come here. Where are you going? Hold up. Ooh. And now let's see, I need treats. Oh, you used up one of those too. I don't think I have enough. I need one more blue fruit snack, and I need one more solar treat. Really got to plan ahead. Got to get out your graph paper and your post-it notes. All right, this is going to take a couple minutes. Let's make We only need one. We've got enough blueberries for 2 though. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. And then see where we're at on our solar essence. Filling up. Let's go harvest some more blueberries if they're ripe, which they are. Nice. Let's go harvest some raspberries. Ooh, I'm gonna scan that turtle. You know what? I need to check those raspberries. I don't see them ripening, and they should have been ripe by now. That's something to check out. It's a mystery. Let's scan Jennifer. Let's look at 1 minute, 50 seconds. And we're at 100% on the squirrels, right? Yeah. Yeah, because that's what got us the solar light. The honey is filling up. Look at that. Almost to the top, look. Almost there. There we go. 3 solar essence. Is 3 enough? Or do we gotta wait again? Oh boy. Oh. Oh no. I forgot. We gotta make a note of that. That if you press E again, it cancels. It cancels what you're doing. I forgot that it did that. Let's look at the solar essence though. We do have 7 solar essence, so we can make. Let's make the 1 solar treat, so we can do the squirrel, and then we'll make the blueberry treats. That is going to take 5 minutes though. All right, so let's do other fun things while we wait. How far are we from the oak trees? I think we need to research the squirrels or the cardinals a little bit more, don't we? Cardinals to 50% and holly to 50%. I think we are good on holly, aren't we? Yes. Let's go get our reward from our last milestone. 4,000 data gems for Find a Way because we broke through to the lower forest. We are rich. Rich, I tell you. So once we get the owl and the bear, the 2 apex animals, in order to get those, we will have to get the deer, we will have to get the raccoon, but that's finishing all of the baseline animals for the oak forest. So that's a fun journey milestone. We won't do that tonight. We won't get there. But that's a fun one to do. Blew it up. Transforma B variant. We will get that one shortly here. And this is a fun one. So we added this in for beta as well. And this is available to get a resident queen bee. Ooh, I don't know if we won't get this tonight though, now that I think about it. Because I don't think, well, let me see. Yeah, we don't have any lunar essence. We need 5 lunar essence. And in order to get lunar essence, we need foxes. And in order to get the foxes, that's good. That's a little bit of work. Yeah, what do we need to do to get the foxes? Because they're visiting already. I think you need 5 cardinals hanging out. Because the fox really like to see a bunch of cardinals. 4 cardinals and 2 meat treats and enough research on the cardinals. Okay, we've got 2 cardinals as resident. Let's go get 2 more cardinals while we're waiting. Ooh, there's one over there. We're not going to get there in time before it leaves. That's okay. We'll catch the next one. Yeah, it left. Let's open the way. Bear. 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 I'm very good at that. All right. Let us get a cardinal. There's a bee. We could tell the bee to leave, or we could make the bee a resident and tell it to go leave out the other portal. I think it'd be quicker for it. Oh, it's leaving. Good. Okay. That's leaving. Okay, that turtle is leaving. There's another turtle over there. There's 2 raccoons over here. So one of the suggestions that we had was once we open up this outer area, might allow a couple more wild animals than just the 5 to spawn in. We'll see how that goes. Come here. Sorry, don't need raccoons right now. I need cardinals. I need 2 more cardinals. Ooh, there's a fox. But until I get the rest of the cardinals, the fox isn't going to help me out either. So we're going to ask the fox to leave. One of the things that we're likely going to include in the future is lures. So a lure will be a special decoration that you'll be able to unlock, that if you place it, then wild animals of that type will be lured into the garden, which will be a fun way to go after getting like what we need right now. We need to find some extra cardinals. Some of the variants might require you to have a whole bunch of one type of animal in the garden, for example. Having a lure to lure them in and get extras of them will be useful. Oh, I see a cardinal on its way in. I'm gonna ask the squirrel to leave. We're gonna keep it on. And we're gonna pick up this cardinal. I keep pressing shift there so that I can see those icons, those mini icons that Julia made for each of the animals. It's gonna want treats. God, it wants 3 treats. Well, you're getting red meat jerky. I know you're not gonna like it. I'm gonna have to pay you or pet you a lot of times. And I gotta go make a whole stack of more treats. Okay, I'll just pet you a bunch. So we didn't have your... I know you like blueberry treats. But I need 1 more blueberry treat for Barry. What are you doing, goat? I see you. I see you trying to come headbutt me, but I'm busy. Oh, I gotta make more treats. Okay, so now we've got 3 cardinals. We need 1 more. There's a turtle. There's Barry. I think we can make Barry into a variant bee, though. You are in my way. Let's clear you out. Ooh, look at that. We got this one. Got this one. Boom. And, okay, you're filling up. You're leaving. Good. There's Barry way over there. One of the other abilities that we're going to get from the drone is the ability to leash. It's got a little leash. You'll be able to put an animal on a leash so that you can lead it around or keep it near you if you're working on it. So if I had Barry on a leash right now and the drone following me around, it would have kept Barry closer by. But we're going to launch the drone for more scanning. I've got my last berry treat, and I needed to make another solar treat, didn't I? No, that's what I just did. I just did a solar treat. Okay, so let's do our blueberry treats. But if we've got the solar treat, then let's see. Did we name a squirrel? Come here. I'm going to give you a name. We're going to name you Sunny. Hello, Sunny. And we are going to give you some special treats. Look at that solar treat. Give you one. A little extra clicking, but these are special. 3. Oh, that's not enough. Is it not enough? Or is there another requirement? It might need 5. We're gonna have to check that. I thought it was 4 also, but I think it might be 5. Okay, well, Sunny is still tagged, so we'll get one more treat. You know, where's the goat? Goat, come bring me a present. A solar treat. Okay, there's more solar essence. So let's go get that. It might be 5, Emmy. Okay, so there's more solar essence. We can make one more treat. And now I'm going to get some honey while we're at it. Now let's harvest these blueberries. And we need one more cardinal while we're going as well. So, you see any wild cardinals? I see 2 raccoons over there. Let's kick them out. That bee is leaving. Let's kick the raccoons out and we'll get our 4th cardinal. There's a fox. Oh, you're leaving. Let's have you leave. Oh, there's a bee coming in. Don't need bees. Look, I'm kicking all these animals out of the garden. Don't be sad. We'll go. You can come back later. Scan that bee before you go. You're gonna run out of batteries. Hey, slow bro. Gonna need you to leave. Did we get any wild cardinals visiting yet? Not yet. Soon. Treats are done. What did we just make? I forgot. Did we make our blueberry treat for Barry the bee? I think we did. Yes. Let's make one more solar treat. We have enough for one more. Let's start that cooking. And where's Barry the bee? Becky? William? Barry. Come here, Barry. Body. Here we go. Oh, now look. He's all lit up and glowing. He is ready to become a variant. You guys ready? Here we go. Boom. We have made a blue bee. It's your first little variant. Comes from a different multiverse where everything is blue. It's called the Azureverse. That is our first variant. And now, watch this. If I hit information, there's another variant that the blue bee leads to. And I think you can guess because we already mentioned her, the queen bee. You need a bunch of bees living in the garden. You need to feed it a bunch of honey treats. You need to have, well, you'll have to have the honey jar to make those honey treats. And then you need something special to feed it to cap it all off to get yourself a queen bee. But we can go look on the console now and you can take a look at what the queen bee looks like because we will not be able to get it tonight. It takes a little while. It's a journey. And that's the fun of it. Okay. Let's see. Animals. Queen bee. Look at that. Look at that quick. She's got a little crown. She flies around with a crown. She's all shiny. Can't wait. You guys are gonna like the queen bee. So next up in the garden, the deer, the owl, the bear. They're very fun to unlock. The deer has 2 variants. One variant, and that variant leads to another variant that is in for the beta. That's something special. The fox has a variant. That's another fun special one. And as we said, we've got the bee, the blue bee, and the queen bee. And we have the squirrel, which we will check out here in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And then we will go visit the alpine forest and take a look to finish us off for today. They're not ripe yet. I can get rid of that mushroom. I don't need that mushroom there. That's a distraction. Let's get rid of that. Oh, let's go get our prize, our major award. A little bit of solar essence. Oh, scan the squirrel. Or the turtle. Good, they're at 50%. That's useful to us. Lilies are almost done. So this is going to finish off lilies. Look at that. Look at Barry, the blue bee. Hey, buddy. My daughter likes how authentic it is that you can pet bees by scratching them on their head like we can in real life. Let's see what our prize was. What did we get here? A stack of 5 more blue treats, which we could use to make another blue bee if we wanted. There's the fox. And here's Sunny the squirrel. Come here, Sunny. You stay close, Sunny. Because in 2 minutes, we're going to do something special with you. 45 seconds. Nice. And how are we doing on the oak tree? Let's scan you. I think we need to get the cardinals up to 50% to get the oak tree cooking, right? So we won't be able to get a fox variant in time. But we will be able to get... Yeah, let's go scan that cardinal over there, and that will unlock oak trees. We can plant a couple oak trees before we leave for the alpine forest as well. So the alpine forest is a preview. We had a little bit of a preview in the alpha too for the people, the handful of people we had in the private alpha. Oak trees unlocked. Look at us. We did it. The alpine forest is now much more complete. We do have all of the animals. You won't see them all today, and you won't see them in the beta, but we do have all the animals that have been designed, if not implemented. So we have our base 9. We're going to be working on variants for those. All right, let's get that. Now let's see if this is enough. If it is not enough, we won't be able to get Sunny turned into a solar squirrel tonight. Barry, get out of the way. I don't want to accidentally feed you the treat. Move, Barry. There we go. Come here, Sunny. All right. Let's see what we got here. Treat. Solar treat. 5. There we go. You had defeated 5 solar treats. It was a mystery. There's another spoiler for you. We're going to transform it. Oh, look at him. He's all shiny. Shiny solar squirrel named Sunny. Look at that. A little sparkly, shiny solar squirrel. Hey, buddy. I like it. Julia and Tyler are doing a good job on those animals. Okay, what did I say? We're going to do the cardinal. No, we did it. We did it, didn't we? We did it. Let's plant a couple oak trees and we'll go visit the alpine forest. Here we go. Look at this, the majestic oak tree. Boom. Look at that. Let's plant one there. Let's plant one. Let's leave that. Oh, we'll do it right here. Let's get rid of this mushroom. Get that out of the way. Let's get rid of this weed. We should just go pull a bunch of weeds. We could get another treasure chest. Let's get us another oak tree here. Spin it around a little bit. Don't get goat. I'm in the trying to plant a tree. One there. Plant one. Spin it around. One there. Look at us. We are saving this ecosystem. We are restoring the oak forest. We did a good job. Good job, everybody. We did it. All right. All right. So what we're going to do now, finish it off. Bye-bye, Sunny. We're going for a ride. We are going to go to the Alpine Forest. Because we finished the milestone that unlocked it, now it is available for travel. We could have gone there earlier. And what you'll be able to do when we get to early access, when we have both gardens fully unlocked, is be able to travel as soon as it unlocks and be able to work on that one or come back to the Oak Forest one and finish some stuff up there. There may be certain challenges where you need to go back and forth between them. We'll see what that looks like. And then when we get to early access and have both of those gardens fully unlocked, we'll have the roadmap for when the next garden will be available. Our plan is a handful of more gardens. We've got some big ideas. We might get into some multiverse worlds that you'll be able to visit that aren't just Earth biomes, potentially. If you've got ideas for that, jump in our Discord and we can talk about it. All right, let's teleport. Let's go to the Alpine Forest and take a little look. All right, here we are. We are in the Alpine Forest. We've got 3 animals that we just are letting sort of hang out so you can take a look at them. We've got the baseline plants, which are the alpine mushroom, the rhododendron, the Edelweiss. This is Edelweiss right here. If you didn't know if you've only heard the song and don't know what it looks like, that's actually what it looks like. They're very cool little plants. And we've got the alpine fir trees. We also have the alpine moth. This is an actual blue moth that lives in high altitude areas. Not many insects can survive, but the alpine moths can. You can pet these guys, but they won't actually become residents. They are turned off for that. This little guy is called a pika. Not pika, pika. And it is completely unrelated to Pikachu. Pikachu is actually based on a rabbit and not a pika, which is weird because it looks more like a pika. Pika are amazing little alpine creatures. They're hilarious. Go look up the BBC episode that talks about the pika and what they do. And finally, what? Oh, come here, buddy. The elusive, sneaky snow leopard. Sly. And we're going to pet it. Look at that. We're petting it on its side. Oh, look at you. And then if you wait once in a while, the snow leopard likes to, oh, there it is. He's going. That's my favorite right there. Rolls around on his back. That's another one where if you look up the BBC episode on snow leopards, it does that move right there in that BBC documentary. And that's what we modeled that animation off of. I'm really proud of that. We've got an animator. So our lead animator is Tyler, but he's got a colleague that comes in once in a while to help us out as well. His name is Emmanuel. And Tyler and Emmanuel worked on that animation. So there we go. There's going to be more coming. You can see there's little snowflakes flitting about in the air here in the Alpine Forest. We've got snow caps on all of the rock ledges. There's actually 4 levels to the Alpine Forest. They're all blocked off for beta, but there will be different challenges to unlock each of the 4 levels, and the snow leopards will only be spawning at the very top. on the top level. We've got little sparkly snowbanks. Watch what Tyler did on these snowbanks. They sparkled. They got that like that snow sparkle as you walk on by. Now, if you ever go outside on a sunny day in the winter, that's what it looks like. So that's really cool. And this is the Alpine Forest. So there'll be a whole 9 animals, the baseline set of plants, an additional crop or 2, and then each of those 9 animals might have 1 or 2 additional variants. So we are planning at least 20 to 27, including all of the variants, for the oak forest alone, and then another 20 or so for the alpine forest, if not all the way up to 27. And then as new gardens come out, we might go back to the other gardens and maybe a new special variant challenge might unlock. But that's a lot. So I know it's from the outside, it's tough to sort of like understand what it takes to do some of this, but I'm really proud of our team and what they've been able to do. Just the sheer amount of work that our small team of just a few people working part-time. We're all just working here and there on the side, and have been working for about a year and a half now. And what we've accomplished is I'm really happy. So hopefully everybody had fun checking this out. Hopefully you're excited about what we've got coming. As we said, there will be more fun things to see. As each new garden gets added, there may be more features that are added as well. We've got a little bit more coming from Mother. We've got a little bit more getting added to the drone. Those things will come after the open beta. But open beta coming in March. This will all be available to anyone who wants to jump in and sign up on Steam, unless we get which won't happen. If somehow we got too many people, we were overwhelmed, we might have to stage the stage people in. But we should be able to open up to anybody and everybody who would like to get in on Steam for the March open beta. And we're really excited about that too. So looking forward to it. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Jump into the Discord, New Overlord, gardenintogoat.com/Discord. And you can ask questions in there. As you get added to the open beta, there will be a private channel for some beta information that will become public when open beta goes live. And we'll also be showing off other things, maybe some more variant pictures, maybe some more features as we go. It's a fun place to be. So jump in there too. And yes, thank you, Will, doing the good work there. Wish list. It's the #1 thing you can do to help us out and make sure we know what people are out there on Steam looking for our game. Give us that counter and make Steam realize that we are a fun game that everybody should check out and take a look at. So that's Steam, Garden and a Goat. Just look up Garden and a Goat on Steam and you will be able to get there. Thanks again, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks.